I'm ready for more. I'm ready for war. Tell them I'm ready for war.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with the New England Patriots. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now Jones. Hunter Henry brings it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Throwing Jones. Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Off the play fake, Jones. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Fabian Moreau. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Remember, Charles, this is the #1 defense in the NFL, and they proved their mettle here, forcing the turnover on the opening possession.
And sometimes when you play a team that has that reputation, it's earned it by their play. The psychology is, okay, they're #1. They have to prove it to us, and they tried to attack. They found out that that ranking was real.
And if history is any indication, when this defense gets off to a good start, look out.
Yeah, their offense plays off of them awfully well, too.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Dante Hightower on the stop.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Ryan.
Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And, CD, defensively, you're going against a hot quarterback coming off a 3-touchdown game in their victory a week ago. But what's the big key for them to try to slow him down?
You ask all the tough questions, don't you, partner? Because with this guy, if you blitz him, he takes advantage of that man coverage and burns you. But if you bring on those extra DBs, he sits back there and does what he wants. To me, it's going to be those DBs. When they catch the ball, big-time tackles really put it on those receivers.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Ryan, a little pop pass, jet sweep.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnose perfectly there.
On third down, Ryan. And this is going to be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Olszewski now to return.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line ready to go.
Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Jones. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Mike Pennell able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Kendrick Bourne.
And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a much-needed completion right there on 3rd down. Really a sigh of relief, isn't it? They're backed up deep. You know they don't want to give the ball back to the other guys a great field position. They needed that throw, that completion, that first down.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Falcons, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. A bad time for a roughing penalty. And they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jones. And he rifles rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Escape and a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. The AFC's Pro Bowl punter last year, Jake Bailey, on to punt for New England as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who played best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, what a catch by Pitts. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football.
We're still in the first quarter, but it's apparent they're going to have to come up with a different defensive game plan for him because right now he's kind of having his way against that defense and has added a touchdown to the list. How do you slow him down? They're going to have to mix up some coverages, maybe change who's guarding him.
Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Their dreams of an undefeated season shattered with the loss a week ago. Now, look, whenever an undefeated team goes down, you always hear some say, well, they needed that. I don't know, Charles. Is that a narrative that you buy into?
Well, I haven't met a coach yet that feels like they needed that loss. You know, that's not something that they're in favor of. But I do know this. People like us, our colleagues, all of us in the media, constantly hammering a team that's undefeated. Hey, do you think you can do it the whole season? Can you carry it the whole way? That does wear down a group. And sometimes that loss, get us off your back, you can move forward from there.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. New England on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. Jones.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Ryan. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First target, first catch, and a first down. Ryan going to give this to Davis. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Ryan. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Play action. It's Ryan. Getting this ball out wide for Davis. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down. Now a give right side. It's Patterson looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. Ryan. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Drew able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
Well, it certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game...
And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
New England on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd gone to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
He completes it to Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Back to throw again. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Mike Pennell, his 2nd sack of the night. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case, because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. And they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one, because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Aguilar. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. From the gun, Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Ryan to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Jones on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
They'll run it here. This is James White. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half it didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. This one left side, caught by Patterson. Not much there, only a yard. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call, because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
To throw again on second down, Ryan. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Ryan on target to Pitt's first down, Falcons. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Play action. Ryan. Pass incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Ryan. He's going to sling this deep downfield.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Devin McCourty picks it off. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
And that's a run characteristic of Damian Harris. When he touches it, he gets not what's just blocked, but he gets a few more yards as well. He's been dinged up his first 2 years with the Patriots, only 10 starts a year ago. But you have to believe that this coaching staff thinks that he's capable of bigger and better things.
He was brought down by Brandon Copeland. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
From the 39, Jones flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. Looking to throw. Jones, flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run for it. This is White. Able to push his way through. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
The one thing I have learned about this league, more and more, you've got to take some chances. You know, if you play everything conservatively and play everything exactly like, okay, I know what to do in each situation, I don't think you're going to get very far. I love the call there, going for it, even on his own side of the field.
Yeah, and even though you're on your own side of the field, they were creeping towards midfield, so not as crazy as if they were back at their own 20. Right?
Showed a little faith in the defense too, right?
Yep. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Now flags come in. Looked like one of the Patriots might have moved. And that'll set them back 5. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Jones. Completes it to Aguilar. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a first down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run with Harris. Oh, he pulls over him. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
This is Harris. He was brought down by Foyesade Aluakin.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They hand this off to Harris, and he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle, keep coming after them, put the pressure on them.
On the give, this is Harris. And they get him down at the 1. He had the broken tackle, but ultimately could not get into the end zone.
Well, sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, second half, you're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Man, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run with Harris. And Harris is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And his kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within 1 score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 6. To throw is Ryan. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. Now a give, right side. Patterson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, Davis, and he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
They'll go with a keeper, and he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Davis again, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Mike Davis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've probably got some adjustments to make because they've moved the football okay at times, but they haven't been able to get anything consistently going, have they?
What you worry about is it almost turns into a basketball game where one team's coming down and hitting 3s, and you're coming back and getting 2s, and you steadily lose ground. In this situation, you're talking about touchdowns to field goals. They want to put in the end zone and put those 6s on the board.
Yeah, they've been settling. That's why they're down on the scoreboard right now. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now Jones. And a dump off to White. And, a little spin cycle. Now White lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. All fumbles are costly, but that one really hurts because he had the 1st down.
Yeah, that's all he needed, right? But the problem is...
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now Jones
Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just shy of midfield, Jones. It's caught. Smith. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Jones throw into the hands of Henry here. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. From the 31, Jones eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing, Jones. It's brought in by Harris. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Jones. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Harris. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. Now Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's the...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And he's across for 2 points. Boy, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Meanwhile, Ryan's throw into the hands of Pitts here. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock.
Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Ryan wants to throw it. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Patriots going with a dime package here. 2 extra defensive backs on third. From the gun, a give to Davis. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Give him a yard on the play, and he's definitely short. It'll be 4th down and a few inches. It's a quarterback sneak. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. It's a pickup of 2, and that's good enough to just about right a finish to this one. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons.